Hello? How are y'all? Yeah, that was awkward. But anyway, as maybe you were following along.
They haven't been following because we have been really bad about doing any videos.
We've been really bad about doing videos together. Y'all probably seen a lot of like car stuff. But anyway, I guess the last video we did was doing the crib, putting together the crib, and even before that it was probably like what, gender reveal?
Yeah.
So anyway, we are much further along in the pregnancy now. Selena is now 30 weeks of a legit full 30 weeks. She's well, I'll let her tell you about it.
I have to this point gained about 20 pounds since we found out. I'm hoping to keep it under 30. I've got 10 weeks to go if we make it all the way through, or I guess 9 complete weeks if we want to look at it that way. So in 2-ish months, we will have a little baby boy here, which is crazy to think about.
Crazy, mind blowing.
I've been doing pretty well. I think we talked about before my back pain, like at one of our first ones. I think that was at the first OBGYN visit. We talked a little bit about back pain, and definitely that has gotten worse as I've gotten a further along in the pregnancy. It's starting to get hard for me to sit in one place for a very long time, and after I sit there it's very hard for me to get up without some help, so I'm getting really pregnant, y'all. Yeah. Really pregnant, yeah.
From husband side of it, she's been doing well. She hadn't really had too much like sickness, or she really hadn't been that hormonal or emotional. There's been some things where you're kind of like, whoa, but not really. From a like dad side or husband side of being about to be a father, it's pretty crazy. I mean, in 10 weeks, 9-10 weeks, I'm gonna have a baby boy.
Or less.
Or less. Hopefully he comes on time though. We don't really want a premature baby.
We don't want him premature, but
if he comes,
I mean, he might come legit at 38 weeks, 37 weeks.
And that's fine. That's fine. The feelings you have are like excitement and a little bit of fear, because you're like, oh my gosh, like, am I gonna be okay being a father? I mean, I think I am. You think like, okay, what are the things I'm gonna have to do?
Part of it is that there's no manual, right?
Yeah.
You gotta just fake it till you make it. We'll figure it out as we go along. I think, you know, you start to, just like we learned each other, you start to learn the tendencies of the child. You start to figure out what cry means what. I can't even fathom thinking about some of that right now, but I guess we'll figure it out as we go along.
So we had a 4D ultrasound during the 30 week or 30 weeks.
Yeah, during this
30
week.
weeks, and that was pretty crazy. Cruz, that's our son's name. He is not really cooperating. He wanted to sleep
through the whole thing. She tried for 40 minutes to get really good shots of his face. We got a couple, but he likes to put his arms in his legs. He had both arms and both legs in his face at one point. So it was like looking like this at him. So I guess he just wants us to wait until he comes out before he lets us know what he's gonna really look like. Yeah. That was funny.
That was very funny. Not that it makes a difference, but you can see also how like my complexion is compared to Selena's complexion. I like to say we have very strong features or strong genes
on both sides.
Just to have that mixture, or like one side over the other, if that's gonna happen, you know, that's interesting.
Go into genetics class.
Yeah. What's some stuff that you've kind of experienced or noticed more since we've gotten closer to 30 weeks?
About the pregnancy?
Pregnancy. Like, has there been anything abnormal?
You know, the one thing that's kind of abnormal, I think I'm abnormal anyway, so during the first trimester, during the second trimester, I had no issues. I had no morning sickness. And this week, I guess there was 2 2 mornings whenever I felt kind of queasy, which I think it's weird to have morning sickness this far into it. I mean, 30 weeks in, definitely within the 3rd trimester. I threw up one time, actually vomited one day, and I didn't have anything on my stomach. It was just kind of an uneasy feeling, and then everything, which was nothing, came up. And then I had another morning where my stomach was just kind of queasy, but then it went away. So I think that's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's normal. This is my first time. I don't know. But everybody talks about it during the 1st trimester primarily, but I have seen, I guess, a couple things that says that it can last through the entire pregnancy. I think it's just weird for me to not have any issues with it until now.
Yeah, obviously, I'm not really having any.
Have you gained baby weight?
Actually, okay, I will talk about that. So men, if you're watching this video and you're a man, a lot of people talk about, you know, of course your wife's gonna gain weight because she has a baby. But a lot of people say that the man gains weight with their wife whenever they're pregnant. Well, I really haven't gained any weight, but I feel like I've been like bloated or something. And I don't know that I really changed my diet. We haven't really eaten anything crazy. I mean, we haven't done anything, you know, abnormal.
It's your hormones.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe my hormones are changing the same way as Selena. Selena hasn't really had any crazy cravings. The biggest thing, like, if we're gonna like go out to eat, she kind of almost defaults to like pizza.
Pizza. It's like a go-to.
Maybe my body's like, okay, you've had too much pizza.
You've had too much pizza.
Maybe that's why I feel like that.
And chili cheese fries, loaded fries are my other, like, if I have the option to get bacon ranch cheese fries or chili cheese fries, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Those 2 things, I guess, have not been necessarily cravings, I don't think, but things that are like, oh, that sounds good, I want that.
Other than that, I think the pregnancy so far has been going fine. From her standpoint, from my standpoint. We just wanted to kind of do a 30-week check-in. I think we're gonna do a video each week until we have Karud. So
we'll see how many we get in before he decides that it's time.
We see, or how many we get to produce. And then obviously we'll have some more videos afterwards, okay? Because I think I'm gonna, I don't know, there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, we've got some baby showers coming up, so we'll be sure to capture some of that stuff so you can see our family and friends and the shenanigans they're going to put us through.
Basically, if you're pregnant and thinking what to expect for 30 weeks, Selena might be abnormal.
That might be abnormal.
As in, she didn't really have that many problems, rather. Because we know other people that like pregnant and they were just like throwing up, puking, nauseous, not able to eat. And she's been having a really easy pregnancy. I mean, and I also hear that with boys' pregnancies are most of the time easier compared to girls. And also, they say something about if a baby has a lot of hair, you have heartburn.
I mean, that means he's gonna be bald because I haven't had any. I don't think I've ever had heartburn.
Yeah, but I don't know.
In my life.
That's like old wives' tales, so we don't know how true that is. But that's about it for this video.
Oh, I can feel him way lots now.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling him kick, quiver, like all those things, and I was kind of concerned because I was like, I'm supposed to feel it by now. Everything I'm reading says I'm supposed to feel it by now.
And I think she did feel some.
I didn't know what I was feeling.
She didn't know what it was.
But the day that I actually knew that I felt it for sure was on the day that we were having our 20-week ultrasound. So, ladies, if you have that and you're going through, you'll start to see that in like the apps that track your pregnancy. It says around week 16 to 18 you should start feeling things. If I was feeling them, I didn't know I was, and so I was getting concerned by week 20. And actually, the day that I was going in for the 20-week ultrasound, I was telling a coworker that I was concerned. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not feeling anything. I hope everything on the ultrasound is okay today. And literally 15 minutes later, I felt the first kick. Definitely feeling him squirm even as I'm talking to you right now. He's hanging out and moving around or whatever it is the heck that he's doing in there.
What was the first time?
It was probably a week and a half or so after I felt it. So you were probably like 21 and a half weeks, 22 by the time that he was kicking hard enough for it to be felt on the outside.
Guys, it is the craziest feeling. The craziest like sensation craziest experience that I had.
For you?
Yeah, I know for her. But
for me.
To like feel that, you're like, oh my goodness, it is a being inside of another being kicking and moving. That's what is happening in the Watson household. And if she doesn't have anything else to say,
we'll see you next week.
We'll see y'all next week. Obviously, this is a longer video, but the next one probably won't be as long because we won't have to update you with everything. We'll just update you with like the little things that happen between this video and the next video. As always, drop a line down below if y'all have any crazy 30-week experiences or any pregnancy experiences, interesting pregnancy stories.
If there's anything I should be on the lookout for, warn me now.
Me also.
Thank you.
And subscribe if y'all haven't already, because we're always inviting and accepting new subscribers.
I guess I'll give y'all a belly shot before we go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can actually appreciate the roundness of Cruz. There he goes. He's actually down here kicking right now.
He is very, very active. So we'll catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.